Hi,
Hi
guys.
guys,
Welcome to the Family and All podcast. I am Miles.
and I am back again, Tyler. Just like
See,
that clap, bitch.
insert titty shake there. I don't. I don't have that much of titty anymore. I'm so proud of myself.
I know.
They're
I'm
like,
happy too.
they're like turning into peck now. Um, but welcome back, guys. Not even a minute in, and we're talking about titties.
Right. Hello.
Welcome back. This is going to be episode. Oh my god, this is episode 30.
Oh my god.
30.
Has it really been that many?
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for watching the content there, Tyler.
I'm just surprised because I watched it and then wasn't expecting that many.
Yeah, we're at 30. So we started, I believe it was January 20th was our first posting date. And we have missed like weeks here and there, but we've honestly been very consistent with this. And so if you guys are like a loyal viewer, thank you. I know we don't get like a huge amount of views, but getting like 20 to 25 views a video is honestly in my book for us just starting is great for me.
Yeah. I mean,
So
great
I'm
news for the
cool
first year.
because the videos on TikTok blow up too. I'm like, do you do you videos do you?
Right. It
Um,
just gets in the right hands and then it runs.
mhm. Yes, episode 30, and today we are going to be talking about our some people call them the wonder years. I call them the teenage years, whatever you want to call them. I I'm not sure what your preference is, but I call them teenage years, wonder years, your fuck my mother years. Not like
Not physically
physically,
fucking your mother, but
but you hate that bitch,
yeah.
kind of fuck her. Get your minds out the gutter, you fucking weirdos.
I know, fucking weirdos.
um, but my first question. So I met Tyler when he was 20, and we've kind of like talked about our teenage years, but I don't think we've gone to like depth about
Yeah,
like
so
our
what
teenage years.
what are we considering like
For
our teenagers?
me,
Like
teenagers
oh,
13 to 18. That's teenage to me.
okay.
I mean, 19, you can kind of throw that in there, but I don't know. I feel like whatever. We'll throw 19 in there too. Whatever. It's
I was
teen.
gonna say legally you're an adult, so
Right.
I don't know that you're
Yeah.
considered a teenager.
Right. But we'll throw 19 in there.
Okay.
So yeah, we've like sporadically like talked about our teenagers, but I don't think we've gone to like super depth about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I know Tyler was a Boy Scout. You know, Tyler went to like a Christian high school, and so I know like the premise of his childhood, but um, I'm probably going to learn a little bit about him along with you guys today.
I was gonna
Um,
say same.
yeah, yeah. So when did you come out? How old were you? Like when was the first person you told when you?
Well, because it was a gradual thing. So like I
Because you told me you were out in high school, right?
yeah, so I kind of like came out to my friends in like sophomore year of
Mm.
high school. That's when I had my first boyfriend. My parents sent me to private school to keep me from being gay, and that's how I met my first boyfriend. So, surprise.
At a Christian,
Um, yeah,
like in high
at a
school.
Christian high school, and we need to circle back to him because that boy
A mess.
is baby. I wasn't the first or the last Tyler that he fucking dated. His first boyfriend was Tyler, then he dated me, and now his fiance's name is Tyler.
He got that. He got a Tyler fetish,
Apparently, that
and
name
I
is
bet you they're
something.
all white, blonde hair, and blue eyes.
Well, you know his first boyfriend, the mutual friend that Miles and I had before we were. because you were hanging out with him that night that we saw Miles in the hot dog line.
I was hanging out with him?
Yeah, he was hanging out with us because of you.
Got
Yeah,
it.
you know which one.
I had to let it, like, I was like going through my Rolodex of people, on my mind.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
what do I got? What do I got? What do I got?
Well, what's that one movie where he's like, it's Jim Carrey and he's like,
Oh, Bruce Almighty, and he pulls the filing
yep,
cabinet out. Yeah.
yep, that one.
How the fuck did I?
uh,
I heard,
because I mean,
I heard Jim Carrey, and automatically the scene popped into my mind.
yep.
Wait, so do I know the other Tyler that he's with now?
No, but your description was accurate. Little tiny twink, works as a nurse, blonde hair, blue eyes, white as hell. So, but it is what
He
it
does
is.
have a type,
He does, clearly.
honey. I mean, the first Tyler didn't fit the type, but he's got a type.
Well, he didn't. Well, he doesn't now, but he did when they were dating.
Ooh. All right.
But I mean, so do most of us. Like that's what happens.
So what I'm hearing is you're calling me fat.
I did not say anything about that. I said it happens. Now, if you want to run with that, you're more than welcome to.
I see the woman that you are. This woman on screen?
You've known the woman that I am. And you've invited me in here on this day and expected something different.
I'm not a girl. Not yet a woman. Okay, so Tyler fetish.
Yes.
Well, you have a Miles fetish.
Clearly, apparently.
You collect the Mileses.
One in every color, baby.
You walk down the aisle and go, ooh, a Miles. I'm gonna put that in my basket.
Say, I haven't tried this flavor yet.
Does that ever no? Because I know, like, you call. I don't know if this sounds bad, but you call me Brown Miles and you call him White Miles.
Yeah.
Like, did that get confusing for you at first with your family? And be like, oh, me and Miles did this.
Well, and that was part of why, like, it became a White Miles, Brown Miles situation. Like, I didn't. I mean, we've never talked about whether or not it bothered you.
Oh,
So I don't.
not.
I didn't think it
No.
did, but
No.
I just realized that you and I never confirmed that.
You like you.
I'm the problem. It's me. Trust me.
All right, Taylor Swift. Hold on. That tweeny boppy shit.
Oh, baby. The fact that I've gotten into fucking Sabrina Carpenter, like, so bad in the last, like, couple months.
Why is everyone obsessed with her right now?
Because, okay, no, if you haven't heard. Fuck, now I'm gonna, like, forget what the song's called. But there's a song, and I was, like, listening to the words, and I was like, the words to the song are so, like, Taurus energy, like,
Is she a Taurus?
down. I looked it up. She is a motherfucking Taurus, and I was like, there it is.
See, I have way too much Taurus in my life already. That I don't know if I can add another in there.
You can. She looks like fucking Glenda the Good Witch, and she talks about, like, how you would need to focus on making me happy, and otherwise get the fuck out. Right. Exactly.
It's so funny. I actually just had this conversation with a girl at work. She just got engaged to like her lifelong boyfriend. Like, they've been dating since, like, I think she's still like sixth grade. like they met in 4th grade and they started dating. So this is the only person she has ever been with her entire life. And so she was like, we were like joking. And she was like, "What's your number?" And I was like, "What number?" And she was like the number of people you slept with. And I was like, "What do you mean, like the real number or?"
Or you want the PC number?
Oh yeah, I was like, "Are we giving work answers right now?" And she was like, "Well, my boyfriend's the only person I've ever slept with." And I was like, "One person your entire life." Me too.
I'm gonna say.
I was like, I'm not going to tell the real number because I was like 15 people.
I was gonna say she's gonna have to take her shoes and socks off so she can keep counting, baby.
Shoes, socks. She's going to have to go down the street, borrow some people. Can I use your toes and fingers?
Baby, she's gonna start counting freckles at this point. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
She downloads a what are those things they used to a symbicus, the things they used to use in math, those little beads.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Hold on, let me get my symbicus out."
And just the beads.
And she was like, "The limit does not exist."
Oh my god.
Okay, sorry. We'll get back to.
I was gonna say that right. Okay.
Okay, so you came out in your sophomore year.
Sophomore year, yep.
How did everyone react to that?
I mean, like all my friends were kind of just like,
Bitch, we've been new.
Right. You didn't have to fucking tell us, bitch. We knew.
You rolled to school with your shirt. You know how we used to do like that with the shirt?
Oh.
You like tuck it in, so it looked like a little fucking bustier.
Bitch, I was in 5th grade and I had my fucking pants that zipped off and turned into shorts. Are we really gonna?
Oh, she was giving performance.
100%.
She said, "I'm a slave for you." Unzipping the pants.
There's a tearaway underneath my tearaway.
You shut your fucking mouth. That thing? That hole? That crevice? You shut it.
Well.
So when did you come out to your parents? Same year?
See, and this is where it gets like
murky,
a touchy subject, if you will,
Uh-huh.
because it wasn't like the cleanest kind of
coming
like
out.
the parents that you see today is a complete 180 from not when I came out, but when they found out. So
wait, so how did they find out?
So
they walked in and Dad.
No, wasn't that dramatic. Actually, it was pretty dramatic, but just in a different way. So we were at church on a Sunday, and I was like, I went over because I didn't want to be like in the church service. It was just like that was boring for me. Like I was rather work in the nursery and take care of the little kids while the parents were in the church service. And so
Faggot.
and it was like just well that and here we are. But it was just like across this little courtyard, whereas where the nursery was from, like the church, like the sanctuary, where they did the church service. And so then I was in there helping with the kids, and all of a sudden, like my dad comes in, and mind you, I was texting I say long distance because it was fucking like he was up in like North County, and then I was down here, and we're like not able to drive to see each other. So technically, it was long distance for us at that point. And so then he tells me, like, he gets me outside of the nursery and starts yelling at me about how I need to be in church and I need to do this and blah 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 blah, all this stuff. And then he's like trying to punish me and like take my phone. And so then I had one of those flip phones at the time. So I like hit the like delete messages button.
Uh-huh.
He snatches my phone out of my hand and pushes the end button. So obviously that stops deleting fucking text messages at that time. And I probably would have still been in the clear had I not lost my shit after the church service was over. Because then he like confronted me about it while we were waiting to like leave. Because my mom and dad have always done like the praise band at the church. So they're like cleaning up the microphones, the cords, they're cleaning out all that stuff up. And then I was just in my head like reeling about like everything, like if they go through that fucking phone, it's not gonna be cute. Like my ass will be in trouble, 100%. And so then
I should not be laughing at your fucking trauma story.
at this point, it is what it is. So with that, like my dad confronted me like still in that main part of the church. And I was so like scared about what they were gonna find in that phone that I was like crying, and I started dropping F-bombs while we're standing in the church. And my dad looks at me and goes, "If you say that again, we're gonna have a problem." And I looked him dead in his face, being the tourist that I am, and I said, "I want my fucking phone." And he grabs me by my arm, drags me up out of that sanctuary, and I mean, he didn't beat me because there was like hella people around, but I knew he wanted to beat the shit out of me. So then like 2 days go by. I don't have a phone. They still like have it, and then when we finally sat down to talk about it, it was like probably 3-4 days later, and they basically go like, "What's going on?" Like,
sucking dick.
Right.
Why?
And then I was one of those like, I was like, well, maybe if I tell them that I'm bi, it won't be as dramatic. And so then I went that route. And they were kind of just like, before I got to that point, they're like, "So are you gay?" Or like, but then they were also kind of like, "Oh yeah, we kind of saw this coming. Like we knew we were gonna have to have this conversation one day."
You know, I kind of saw this coming when you came out of the bathroom in your Chiquita Banana getup, and we were kind of concerned. When you sashay shantaed through the kitchen.
Oh, baby, I was choreographing like fucking like dance numbers over the summer with my cousins, my brother, who's also a homosexual.
Yes, he is.
Like, and we had like these little like, they weren't actual like satin, but they had like that satin finish on them. They were like these little red things, and I thought I was so pussy, like so puss. And there was some country song, and I choreographed a whole dance routine to it that the four of us all learned. And we made my grandma sit outside on her little porch thing next to the pool and watch this whole dance number because we worked on it like every day over the summer. So really, y'all really didn't know? We've been new. Everybody knows. So
he opened the door in the morning. Yeah.
Right.
Close the door again.
When they did my mom's cesarean, they did the first little slice.
You
and
shut
just,
your
like,
fucking mouth right now.
a rainbow shot out.
No, they opened the C-section and then you popped out. Defying gravity.
Oh. Oh my god. Yeah. So then when they finally gave me my phone back.
Oh yeah, we're still talking about this.
Yes. They were giving me my phone back, and they went through my phone and wrote no next to everybody's name in my phone that I was not allowed to contact. So they also informed me that they made an entire spreadsheet of everyone that was in that phone so that I couldn't go in there and change the name on the phone number and contact that person. And I was only allowed to have my phone when I was leaving the house to go to school. And then when I got home, I could have it for a couple more hours, but then it had to get plugged in my mom and dad's room. I had to go to bed without it, and then rinse and repeat for like during the days that I was going to school. And so then, like,
sorry.
when I what?
I'm sorry. That is the whitest shit I've ever heard.
I know.
Not a spreadsheet.
A whole ass spreadsheet, yes.
Little did you know they were spreading the sheets.
They still do. I mean, they're still going at it.
Good for them.
I was gonna say 40 years strong, plus on top of
Wait,
that, my mom just
how do you know that? Like, do they just come out and tell you that?
no, but my mom just turned 60, and they're like, my dad is retired, my mom's working, and she's got to relieve stress somehow. She don't fucking go out, so
Not my parents. Not my good fortune parents. Not them.
And there was one time when after I moved back in, after I moved out of like the place that I shared with Tiffany, I moved back into the house. I don't know if they just didn't give a fuck that I was there, like living there, or if they thought that I was asleep. But my mom is not a quiet person, apparently. And I heard the entire thing. And I was like, I need to go to sleep. Now I need to go to sleep because, and then I do believe that I turned my TV up a little bit, one to let them know, but also to drown out the noise.
I would die.
And that was as a grown ass adult that I moved back in.
And I would still die.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. Like, it wasn't just a oh, mommy and daddy are wrestling again. Like, no. Like, I was a whole ass adult.
Wait, they used to tell you that they were wrestling?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, that as, like, a general rule of thumb.
Got
like,
it.
Those stories of, like, kids walking in on their parents and they're like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Got it.
No.
Did they ever have the conversation with you about the birds and the bees?
Oh, God. So
I'll take that as a yes.
Yes, but
yes, but no.
No, yes. The answer is yes. They
double
did.
Yes.
My dad made an entire weekend out of it. We went golfing in Palm Springs. We had a hotel room that we were like staying in, and it was a whole like.
Did you have another room for the hookers?
No. It was a
sounds like he took you on a trip to make you a man.
No. I mean, that so this was like the Christian version of that.
Got it.
Like, because it was like a whole program that they bought that, like, it had a fucking booklet to talk about everything. It was the cinematics that come with Christianity is so wild to me because, like, you're putting on a whole drag performance every Sunday in front of this entire crowd of people to tell them about something that this Middle Eastern man that a lot of you
Preach!
right,
Preach!
that a lot of you people don't even, like, a Middle Eastern person walks in the room and your butthole tenses up. Like,
Same.
just relax. Well,
No,
you
same.
for a different reason, because you said let me grip that shit is what you said. So
Not the gorilla grip. That's actually a brilliant idea. It's time, huh?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
From your story last week, apparently was ripped, so I don't know how tight it is, baby.
Let me tell you something. Actually, let me not tell you on this podcast.
I was gonna say, well, that's for the other podcast.
Yeah, the after hours. That's for the Patreon, honey. And now you guys see why I invited him to come on, because it's literally like a me and Maria situation, like
right,
feeding off of each other. Okay, so for my coming out, I came out actually when I was in my adulthood, so I didn't really come out to my parents when I was teenagers, but I came out to like the school, like my friends and stuff at school. Yeah. So I was in 7th grade, so I was 13, and my best friend at the time was not Izzy. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Not that bitch.
No, I didn't know her at the time, but my best friend at the time, her name was Chanel. I had this crush on this guy named Jay. I thought he was just, he was just scrumdiddlyumptious.
Boys with like names that are just like one word, like
Eric.
Well,
actually, I've never met an attractive Eric, honestly. Now that I think about it.
I mean,
Fred. I met a couple hot Freds in my life.
Oh, that Freddie, the one that was friends with our boss's husband from Starbucks. He was hot. I should say a coworker of our boss's husband.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that Tyler dicked that man down.
And he enjoyed every fucking minute of it.
And just walks out in the world like he's a straight man is wild to me.
Oh, he's come 100% like 180 from that. Like, he's like a CD, likes to get like he's fully like embraced that he likes both men and women, and he's sent me his little photo shoots since then, and he's in a corset, fishnets, and some high heels, getting whipped and dominated and everything else.
So this podcast is not for kids.
No, it's not.
I'll tell you that right now.
Some of the family. Family and some. Yeah.
Stupid.
Well.
Yeah, so I came out in 7th grade, and I told my friend Chanel at the time, and like we went to our separate periods. It was like 3rd period, I told her. By 6th period, that whole fucking school knew. It was crazy. Like, by 6th period, my friends that I thought were my friends were treating me completely differently.
Completely different, yeah.
I'm like, I'm literally the same person. Like, I was sucking dick before this, and I'll be sucking dick after. Not yours, because you stink. But him, yeah, you can get
I was gonna say, get in line, Baba.
it. And I just remember having the most visceral crush on my 7th grade math teacher. His name was
We've talked about this
Mr.
before.
Kazal.
Yeah.
He was this skinny white boy with blue eyes.
Mm.
No, but he was bald. And
Bald and a beard, right?
yeah,
Bald and a beard.
and he was
That's
hairy as fuck.
see, that's a deadly combination. I don't know why that combination just works for
Mm-hmm.
most people that can rock it, just like smash it out of the park, and you're just like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Why?
And he always smelled so fucking good. Like whatever cologne he was wearing, he always smelled so good. So I would always be like, Mr. Casal, can I get your help, please? Like, and like teachers do that lean over. I always be like,
Uh-huh.
like, why are you sniffing this man?
I was gonna say, like that guy from Charlie's Angels
With his hair? But I'm like on his arm hair.
I was just gonna say, just like his beard hair, you have like a little like snip his beard hair, and you're like,
You know what's so funny is I actually saw him the year that I moved back after me and Matt broke up. When I moved back, I actually saw him at the grocery store one time, and I had to leave. Like, I had to leave because I was like, I will attack this man and I will bring him home. I will kidnap him. Like, if I don't leave now, I'm gonna be in jail for kidnapping and possibly arson.
Arson.
Yeah, because I'm gonna set. Never mind. Let me not say that.
I was gonna say. I mean, I was gonna say something else, but we are on live in 4K.
Right. I was like, let me not criminalize myself right now because there might be, you know. Um. Okay, so when you look back on your teenage years, is there anything that you wish you would have done that you didn't get to do?
Honestly, no, because everything that everything that I did, everything that I went through, everything that I learned from everything that I went through has made me into the person that I am today. And I'm fully confident and comfortable with who I am today. So, if all of those things plus, like, I don't know, maybe I try to dabble in something a little harder, like, uh, recreational, like, I don't know. Like I don't
You're
feel
speaking
like
my language. I had recreational and harder.
I know, I know, I know.
My ears
But
perked up.
there's not anything there really isn't anything that I like look back and I'm like, I wish I would have done that like before, or I wish I didn't do that when I was that age. But like the first time that I ever, it's funny because I just like reconnected with one of the girls from high school, and I informed her because her dad is a regular at my job. He comes in all the time.
I was about to say, what kind of regular?
A bar regular.
Okay.
A bar regular.
Okay.
And okay, you need to relax. But so I saw him, and I like I saw Okay, words are hard today apparently. So I saw him and I was like, he looks really familiar. And then I like got his players card for their discount,
Uh-huh.
and the last name is like his last name is Tomasello. Like that's not a common last name.
Uh-huh.
And so like when I looked at it, I was like, is your daughter this person? And he was like, oh yeah, that's my daughter. And I was like, I thought I recognized you because like that was the first time that I ever had alcohol that I wasn't with my parents was at his house.
And did he know?
Yes.
He like gave it to you?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Was he trying to get in your pants?
What?
Was you guys like trying to?
No, it was a whole ass party. It was a whole ass
Oh.
party. We were 17. It was her 17th birthday party. We're on a party bus. And they're fucking wine coolers, bitch. They're not like
Girl, that's juice.
right. Like
That's a
I'm just
Kool-Aid.
saying, like when I was 17, I thought like, oh, I'm at a party drinking alcohol. Like, oh, I went to a fucking Christian high school, bitch. Cut me a little bit of slack.
I'm cutting you all the slack, honey.
Except you're sitting here judging me with that fucking face.
I can't hide it. This is the
Right.
face I got.
I know. Your mama should have kept the receipt.
Okay, now we're bringing mamas into it. Okay. After you just tell the whole world that your mama's loud during sex.
Well,
You said, I can hear my mom in Timbuktu.
down the street, round the corner.
Bumfuck Egypt, bitch. I still hear her. It's like Silence of the Lambs. It's like, you never stop hearing them, do you, Clarice?
Yeah.
I can always hear him screaming. Was there like any teachers that you had like a crush on in your teenage years? I also had a crush on my marine biology teacher, Miss Starr. I don't know, she was very plain Jane, but to me, she was so fucking beautiful. Oh my God, I loved her.
So, I mean, high school teachers, not so much. If you want to get like the closest to like, oh, maybe it was a crush, would have been my. How old are you in 6th grade?
12, like 12, 13, depending on like when your birthday is.
Okay, well, I would say that like my 6th grade teacher probably was like the closest to like a teacher that I had a crush on because he was like fucking 6'5", bald head, and
Why is it the
like
bald?
and a beard, bald head and a beard, and mind you, his wife was my 5th grade teacher the year before.
Mm.
So, I mean, that would be like the closest, like, attractive teacher that I have had. I'm trying to think if there was any, like,
I think that's
like one.
I think I've only had a few male teachers in my life. I'm trying to actually no, I've actually had quite a lot. My 4th grade teacher, Mr. Schroeder, he wasn't obviously a guy. My 6th grade teacher was Mr. Odell, and he fucking hated me. And then I had Mr. Kazal and Mr. Johnson in 7th grade. In 8th grade, I had, oh my God, what the fuck was his name? He was this crazy English. He was the English, and oh my God. I just had a flashback to a fucking class. I'm not going to say because no. But, anyways, he was this crazy ass teacher that taught English in ESL class.
Okay.
And I don't know, this guy just gave me the fucking like the heebie-jeebies. Like, he's the type of person that'd probably kill you, skin you, and leave you in a car.
Oof.
He was weird.
Okay.
Like he'd do like weird little touching on you. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Why are you the fuck?
Back though.
Back the fuck up. But actually, and then in high school, I didn't have that many male teachers either. I think I had maybe two in my whole high school career.
Yeah.
And one of them, no, two, oh, I've only had three. Two of them were my senior year.
Yeah, for like male teachers, I had a male teacher 6th grade and 8th grade, and then my history teacher and my math teacher were the only like male teachers at my high school. And mind you, my graduating class was like 30 people, so this is a very small school.
God
And
damn.
right, like it's
Well, my
not.
my graduating class wasn't that big either because my senior year I did homeschool because I was babysitting my nieces.
Yeah.
And so I graduated in like 4 months my senior year.
Mm,
So I was physically at the school I think for a month and a half, and then for the last 2 months I was homeschooled.
okay.
Um, where was I going with that?
I mean, we were talking about male teachers, I think.
Oh yes, male teachers.
Yeah.
And at my senior year, me and my senior year, me and Izzy went to the same school. That's
Mm-hmm.
where we reconnected again. Was in because we went to separate high schools.
Mm,
Um, and we got back to Liberty High School, and we had this computer teacher. We had our last period together,
okay.
and we had this computer teacher. Mate, do I want to say his name? Because he actually lives by me. I won't say his name.
I was gonna say no need to.
Yeah, I had this male teacher who, and Izzy can vouch for me on this. We were sitting, so it was, so I was sitting here, Izzy was sitting here, and then Izzy's friend was sitting on the third. So
On
there
the
was
other
like
side.
other side of her.
Yeah.
This guy rolls up. Okay, so I'm sitting like this at a desk, right? He rolls up
Mm-hmm.
and puts his legs like this around my legs, and like has a thing of watermelon. He goes, "Would you like some watermelon, Miles?" And it was so awkward. Me and Izzy were like, "No,"
Oh
and I slowly turned back and continued typing.
Lord.
But this man was obsessed with me. I don't know why.
Okay.
I barely talked to him.
Yeah.
And now he lives around the corner from me. And when me and Brock go for our morning runs, he's running with his two Akitas. And his Akitas always go crazy when they see Brock. And I'm just like
Yeah.
trying to like, don't make eye contact, just keep fucking
Yeah.
running. And I always try and like run past my house because I don't want him to know where I live.
Right.
So like every time I see him, I have to fucking run farther too. I'm like, damn it.
I was gonna say past the house,
Uh
around the
huh.
corner, and back through the alley.
Right? Exactly. And that's so funny because I do have an alley, right? My house is lit. My house is not in an alley. In case y'all
No.
people try and dox me, you little bitches.
High rise downtown.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Middle of
downtown.
the city center.
In the Civic Center. In the Cervix Center. um, what is some of your most like cherished memories from your teenage years? Oh wait, we didn't talk about what I would want to do if if I could go back.
Oh yeah. What do
The
you want to
the
do?
only thing I would want to do is like maybe participate in more stuff in high school. Like I really wanted to do the debate team. I really wanted to do like different kinds of things that I wish I just had more confidence than to do those things.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to do debate team like really bad. Like, and I think about that all the time. That I wish I would have done that.
Yeah, see, for me, like with like wanting to do more, I literally did
Weren't you on the prom court or something like that?
no, but I got like 3 or 4 senior standouts like in the my senior my senior
Was it like
like
you won like a superlative
yearbook.
kind of thing?
It was like
Like
prettiest
yeah,
eyes, like
superlatives.
best
Yeah,
dressed, yeah.
I never
Yeah,
won
like
any of those.
I got like 4 of those fuckers in our senior yearbook.
Well,
Like
bitch, it's between you and 29 other people.
true.
So the odds are high. The odds are ever in your favor, baby.
And only a quarter of them were men, and they had to pick a man and a woman, so right.
For each picture. Trying to do a different kind of pose.
But like I did like all kinds of sports through high school. I even did fucking football for like a week. Ugh, that was terrible. But
I
I
did sports as
was
well too. Yeah, I did track and baseball.
well because I did basketball, I did baseball, and then like my junior and senior year, I I stopped doing did I do that? I don't remember if I.
You know what sport I really wanted? I wanted to do wrestling
Of course you did.
because the wrestling team. So I had 6th period PE my
Mm-hmm.
sophomore year, and I was like only one of the few like boys that felt confident enough to shower at school. So like I'd be showering, and then the whole wrestling team would come in to shower.
Yeah.
I had to get the fuck out of there because I'm. Baby, she was pointing north. She was due north.
True north.
True north.
True north.
Yeah, I had to get the fuck up out of it. I'm like, pits and tits, like, that's all I can do.
Right. A whole little horse shit.
Uh-huh.
Get the fuck out.
Yep. I'm like, oh, should I just, drop this bar some or.
I mean, it's high school. Who knows what could have happened?
And I wish that is what I. That is what I forever regret.
And that's what I regret not doing.
The whole wrestling.
She said, choo choo.
And then they're all following behind me. Yeah, but I did like drama club. I did sports. I did things that high schoolers are supposed to do, but I just wish I would like. I really wanted to do student council. Like I wanted to do like stuff like that I wish I would have gotten into.
See, student council never like spoke to me because I just kind of was like, I don't like. So my core group of friends were kind of like I want to say the weirdos, but like I had like the goth girl, the other gay boy that was in my class, plus, well, now the other girl that was like my best friend in high school apparently is a they them now.
The one I met,
Like their pronouns. Sarah,
oh no,
like bleach blonde hair.
I was thinking of what Alejandra or what was her name?
Oh no, not that one. That Alejandra was more so my friend, like kind of the tail end of high school
Got it.
because I met her through another friend that went to another high school.
Got it.
That was like a commingling of friends that turned out into that. But so she is now she
They
is now they.
they are now
Which
they.
I oh okay, thank you. But I didn't know that was like the projection for their journey. But now, come to find out, and we've kind of like fallen out of contact. I almost said contract. But the high school friend that I like reconnected with recently, she said that they were taking their dogs to the to the groomer that they work at now, and they like the friend and her husband didn't realize that, because they were like calling them by their
Dead name.
dead name.
Got it.
Yeah, because they were that's how they knew them. They
Right.
were never informed that they were.
Yeah, they're not trying to be disrespectful. They just had no idea.
Right. Yeah, they were just like, I want this specific person to groom my animals, and they were like, "Oh, you mean this person?" And then my friend and the husband were like, "No, this person." And then they're like, "Yeah, this person." And I was like, "Oh,
That's what I'm saying, bitch.
We are saying the same thing, just on
Just so we're clear.
wavelengths."
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, I did baseball, I did track, drama club, yeah, student council. I don't know. I just like to be in charge. I love being in charge of people because I love when people listen to me because it makes me feel important.
See, and that's where you and I differ, because like, I don't want to be in charge. I just want you to take into consideration what I'm telling you, because most of the time what I'm telling you is correct. I don't know. Like at work now, like, people always like act like I'm a manager, and they ask me about like, "Oh, do you care if I come in at this time?" And I'm like,
I
don't have
could give a
power to make
fuck if you lit a cigarette and put it out on your arm.
Well, my thing is, like, I don't have the power to tell you that
Right.
yes, that's acceptable, or no, that's not acceptable. Like, why are you asking me? Like, you and I are on the same level, but because like I walk into my bar and I'm just like, I handle shit and get it done. Like, I don't want the responsibility of being a leader, but if you look up to me and you come to ask me a question, like, I'm going to give you my honest, like, opinion, what I know. But if I don't know something, like, well, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question, but now that you bring it up, I want to know too. So I'll find out.
Yeah, I think that's why we were completely different managers when we were shift managers.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
See, you were always better at like training people, and I was always better at like the operational shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
100%.
I'm like, if I was training someone, I'm like, why are you not understanding this? It's easy. It's fucking easy. I would get so frustrated training people. I'm like, okay, this size gets this many pumps, this size gets this many pumps. They'd walk up, how many pumps? Bitch, I literally just told you. Not even 5 seconds ago. I know, I just asked because I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Pump the damn syrup.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, did you have bullies in school? Like, obviously you were getting called fag and everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was like, and surprisingly, it came from like the stoner fucking.
Really?
Yes. Like the kids that were doing all the like the
Those were
most,
my
like,
friends in high school. The stoner
well,
kids.
if you watch Mean Girls, like the burnouts, those were the people that were trying to fucking start a fucking issue with me, and I'm just like, you're literally nothing. Like,
how many fingers am I holding up right now?
right. Because half the time they were high as shit when they came to school. One of them for sure was on acid multiple times in a week of coming to school.
I thought you didn't know much about my high school career.
But like those were the people that like thought they were cool and like wanted to pick on me, but everyone else did not give a fuck because I was like I said, like my core group of people were like the people that were considered like the weirdos, if you will,
Uh-huh.
like the artistic and the goth and the like the ravers and that kind of stuff. But then I did like all the sports, and for the girls sports I was like a manager for volleyball and softball my like junior year and senior year. So for me, like I fit in like every kind of niche in the high school because it was so
Well,
small.
because you can talk to anyone.
Yeah, I mean I can bullshit with
Yeah.
anybody.
I turn around and you're talking to someone new. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I just met him at the bar. I'm like, I don't give a fuck where you met him.
I don't care if you met him in the
I
bathroom.
don't care if this is your childhood friend. Get them the fuck away from me. No, I had this core group of bullies that like started bullying me in like 7th grade, and it just got like more intense as like the years went on. Like they would jump me at school all the time. Like there'd be like times where I'm like fighting all three of them in the locker hall, and like people are just standing there staring.
Yeah.
You know, and like I've had them like I'm walking home and them driving their truck up on the sidewalk to like try and hit me as I'm walking. Like, and I'm thinking in my mind now, I'm like, I don't hate anyone enough in my life to ever want to go out of my way to affect their day. I don't give a fuck what you do once you walk out this door, but once you're in this door, you're gonna fucking respect me.
Mm-hmm.
You could go fucking well, not. I don't want to say anything because I don't want you out there hurting other people, but you could do whatever the fuck you want to do. But don't bring that energy over here because I'm already dealing with enough.
Right.
Being a queer, I don't think people understand what it's like to be a queer kid growing up in school. Unless you like live that experience, you'll never understand it.
No, and there's no experience like it. Like you would have to go through it and experience it. I would definitely say that my experience was from like hearing other people's stories, my experience was an easier high school experience
Right.
because my school was so small and close knit. But I mean, and the thing is that like now that I'm thinking about it, if you want to get into my core group of bullies, fucking teachers.
Yes. Speak on because like these teachers were so nasty to me. Nasty.
And my worst one was the principal of the school. Because she had a fucking vendetta out for me with her fucking horse face looking ass. And she like watched me. So my boyfriend that I met in high school,
Uh-huh.
we were out at like on a break or whatever, and we were walking down this ramp that had like some picnic tables up top and a couple vending machines. That's where we always ate lunch and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And we were walking down that, and she happened to be camped out in the little bungalow fucking bullshit that was right there, looking out the window. And I slapped his ass because I was like walking behind him, just like playfully, like fucking around or whatever. And then she fucking pulled me aside and she's like, I fucking saw that. Do you want your parents to know that you did
Yeah, I
that? I
do.
was like,
I want them to call them right now.
half of me. Well, and that point, I hadn't told them,
Oh, I
like,
see.
hadn't found out yet.
Got it.
So I was kind of like, I just kind of looked at her and was like, not really. Like, what is that their business? And then she's like, well, don't do that again. Blah, 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 blah. Like, just a full intimidation, like, full blown, like, well, if you do that again, I'm going to tell your parents. I'm like, at this point, like, thinking back, I'm just like,
Tell them,
tell 'em.
bitch.
Yeah, go tell them. Call them up.
So I got really smart in high school. So my high school, my where I lived during high school, my our backyard was the field to our high school.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, at the beginning of the year, how like they would send home that packet, like it would like be your emergency contact and like
Little
if
paperwork.
you have any allergies, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd always let my mom fill it out, and then I would fill out the rest for her. Like, Mom, I just need you to sign this. This is for the emergency contact. I get her signature, and I would do her full number, but I would change the last number of her phone number. So whenever they would
Okay.
call, it would never go through.
Oh god, it would never be the right number.
Never. And they'd always be like, "We were trying to call your mom." I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you want from me." Because
I don't know.
I would literally pick when I would want to go to school. Like,
Yeah.
so like if I didn't want to go to first period, I'm like, I'll get there at third period today. And I'd show up to school. They're like, "Where were you first period?" I'm like, "I was in class."
It was here.
And I had a
Mind my own
really
business.
my English teacher, my first period English teacher, Ms. Vickers, which actually she teaches at one of the schools that I'm with now. Which
Okay.
is
Yeah.
it's funny. I walked in one day and I was like, "You." She was this really cool English teacher. She, if they would like call her and ask her if I was in class, she'd be like, "Yeah, he was here." I was like, "You a real one. You a real one." Like
She said, "What is it my business?"
she had like my personal phone number. She would be like text me. She's like, "You better come to first period today." I'm like, "I'll think about it, Ms. Vickers.
I'll think about it.
Maybe I'll go." Um, yeah, she was so cool. Like if I wanted to leave early, I just jump the fence and they'd be like, "Get back over here." I'm like, "I'm on my property. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You can't come grab me.
Yeah.
Bye."
He's trespassing.
And there was this do you guys have like school, yeah, like yard duties and stuff in high school? Were you guys big enough to have like
No.
yard duties and stuff? So our
No.
school had like we would call them narcs,
Okay.
and we had three.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
You
yeah.
had those too?
We had. I mean, the high school wasn't big enough, but when I went to public school in kindergarten through fourth, we had them
Got it.
like they called them like aides or
Yeah.
whatever, and they put them out on the
Yeah.
playground for to watch out.
So ours were in golf carts. So they would drive around the campus because our school was so
Yeah.
big. And I would just hear the zing from the fucking golf cart behind me. I'm like, I'm not stopping. I'm like, my walking pace is the speed of this golf cart. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep
Yep.
walking and go home. And she'd like try and grab me. I'm like, if you grab me one more time, I'm flinging you off of this fucking golf cart. Don't
Yeah.
put your fucking hands on me.
No.
And she tried one more time, and I pressed the gas on her golf cart as she was sitting on it, and that thing went right into the wall.
Hard left.
And I was like, and she went, and I went too. Don't. If I'm ditching, leave me to ditch.
Right.
Did you ditch at all in middle or high school?
No, no, I didn't. I was a good kid because there was so few of us. Like, if we didn't show up to one of the classes, it was an instant, just like,
Yeah.
like, and plus the fact that my house was so far away from the high school, like, where would I was gonna go?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So, I mean, we had like I want to say we had like our senior ditch day, but we had like a,
Is that just like a known thing with schools? Like senior ditch
yeah,
day?
I mean, yeah,
Like if it's a
well,
known thing, is it really ditching?
not really. I mean, the teachers probably fucking
And it was
forgot.
like at the end of the year, like when school was done anyway.
Right. You got nothing.
Like you're a senior. I'd literally like my senior year. I felt like, well, obviously because it was homeschooling for me, but I literally felt like it was so easy. I just finished everything so fast.
Yeah.
I was like, bye, I'm done. But I had to wait the following year to get my diploma. So I graduated in 2007, but they didn't give me my diploma until 2008
Mm.
because they wouldn't give it to me until the rest of the class
The rest of the class.
graduated. So I went for months without my diploma. Yeah, I graduated December 17th is the day I graduated.
Did you ever do off-campus lunch?
Yeah, I think you got off campus lunch starting your sophomore year, but you had to have like a 2.5 or something like that to go off campus for lunch.
Mm, okay. Yeah, so
Which I
for
don't know how they
us,
even track that. Because back then it wasn't like digital; they were still writing the report cards.
writing report cards, yeah.
So I don't know how they were
Um,
even
well, for us,
policing
like
that.
we got the seniors got off-campus
Uh huh.
lunch. Um, I'm trying to think if juniors got it too, but just the seniors got off-campus lunch. And I mean, mind you, this high school is like in the hood, but at the same time, they got the fucking best Mexican food over there. Fucking Popeyes down the street. Fucking McDonald's if you feeling just like a little junkie or whatever. And then Jack in the Crack. Like it was all right there.
hmm
And I think we had like 30 minutes or some shit like that. So we never really
Wait, do
went
you only have
far.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
We had 45.
Well, I know it wasn't an hour, but I would say it's probably 30. But
Dang. They wanted your asses
so,
back.
yeah.
They said, get to learning.
But we also used to bring a lot of food
Oh,
in,
yeah.
like as fundraisers too, because we would do. What would we do? I know we did Jack in the Box tacos, and like everyone would put their fucking order
Uh
in
huh.
because they all knew when we did it. Um, we did Whopper Juniors from Burger King. Everyone put in their orders at the beginning of the day, and then we had one of the motherfuckers that had a car go pick it
Uh
up.
huh.
Um,
Did you have a car at that time or no?
Senior year, no.
I shared a car with Tiffany my sophomore year, and then I had my own car my junior and senior year.
Yeah, no, I didn't get my car because I had my little
Uh huh.
purple
I remember.
my little purple car. And then I had and then my ex
Uh
Max gave me the Acura,
huh.
and that thing got us through so much shit.
We're definitely going to talk about that because that poor car, the things I put that car through, that poor thing, I owe that car an apology. That poor fucking car.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it got us to point A to point B.
Oh, time and time again.
And we'll talk about that time I drove the Matchbox, like drove it like a Matchbox car.
Baby.
Okay, so to end off, what if you could go back? What would you tell your teenage self?
I mean, I think it would just be a sense of like trying to reiterate like and I know I fucking like cracked a joke about like it gets better in the last episode, but like for a little conservative Christian gay boy that is like that's like the core of your family and you kind of learn that this entire group of people think that there's something wrong with you. And then when you grow up, you realize that it's just those fucking people that think that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does fucking get
Yep.
better. Like, it actually does get better. Like, you can be a normal human being. You're gonna grow up and you're gonna just fucking, like, be a normal person, like, that lives life and it doesn't, like, these are these people's opinion doesn't matter about you. Like you need to live your life. You need to and I don't regret any of the like extracurriculars and I say extracurriculars because I'm like sports, Boy Scouts, like all of those things that like my parents kind of like
I bet you would have
put
looked
me
so
through.
cute in that little Boy Scout outfit.
Oh, I looked cute as fuck. And then I got my Eagle Scout award, and I was like,
You can't tell
yep,
me
yep.
shit.
You can't tell me shit. Plus, I got that thing so that I could go to Canada on my senior trip. So I had to get it before
I
my
went on
18th
senior
birthday.
trip.
Uh,
Our school is too poor. Literally, that's why we couldn't go.
but yeah, that's like the one thing that I would tell myself, like, just keep trucking, like have fun, but know that like this isn't your life. This isn't what your life is going to be. And once you are able to be yourself and not have to rely on your parents for money, housing, yada yada yada, the things that you need to survive, you will thrive.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I moved out of my parents' house at what, 22?
Yeah.
So like a lot of people don't have the mental capacity, the luxury of being able to do that. But when I hit 22, I was out the house. Like, I need to
I don't
be
know
my
about
own person.
you.
But I'm feeling 22.
Everything will be alright.
But yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I would tell myself. It does get better, it does get easier. Life does get easier because you'll figure yourself out, you'll figure out life things yourself, and just keep trucking, because that's one of the hardest things. Because I went through many
You know how
dark
many times I
spaces
try to go to the
once.
self checkout? Do you know how many
Yeah.
times that self checkout line has been waited in?
Oh, she's called my name a couple times, but
I had my number, honey.
yeah,
Had my appointment ready.
yeah,
Um, yeah, like I said earlier, I don't know unless you are like a maligned person, not just like queer, like ethnicity or anything like that. Like a bunch of maligned people will have a similar experience to discrimination regarding, something you physically and mentally just cannot change about yourself.
yeah.
Because you know how many people would choose to be straight just so they wouldn't have to
Deal with the
deal with
fucking
the
bullshit.
bullshit. Like
Yeah.
I don't like the sentiment of you choose to live that lifestyle. It's like, no, the lifestyle chose me.
I was gonna say.
Like I came out the womb like, oh yes, oh yes, oh
It's
yes, we
so
both
fucking
reach
weird.
for the gun, the gun, the
I fucking hate you.
gun. That's how I knew I was gay. I say queer because I still have attractions to women, and still,
Right.
there's a possibility I could end up with a woman too. So I say queer, just because it's easier for people. If I say pansexual, people are like, "What's that?"
Right.
And
You fuck a pan.
I don't know and think I'm weird. Yeah, so I just say queer because it's easier for people, you know.
Right.
But yeah, so I would go back and tell my younger self to put down the straightener, to stop straightening your fucking hair. Um, I would tell myself to have way more confidence in yourself because you don't understand. This may be cocky to say, but you don't understand how fucking funny you are until you get out of high school. Because I have people tell me all the time how fucking funny I am. That is
Yeah.
like the one thing people are like, that's like your identifier.
Yeah.
And I just wish, because we also had like a comedy club in school too, and I was just so nervous to get into it. And there was like writing clubs and all these things I'm interested in. I wish I just would have done it, but I was so insecure that like people would perceive me a certain way if I did this activity, or if I, you know, I got too feminine in doing something like this, or even when I had my girlfriend in high school, people were still like trying to pigeonhole me into one thing, and I'm like, I'm literally breaking this girl's back. Like, I'm literally turning her into a fucking pretzel.
Yeah.
You have no idea like what I have brewing inside of me. And because
you know what I'm capable of.
right, and because you think of me in a
Yeah.
certain way, you'll never understand or get to experience the greatness of my friendship.
Well, and that's like in the gay community, because I do drag, I am like more on the feminine side when I speak, and like more animated when I talk.
She's a femtop,
People just
honey.
people just assume that, oh, you're a little like Twinkie bottom, and
Not with Tyler's big old
no.
shalongadong. Let me tell you, this man and his brother, when they said we're Arby's, we got the meats.
You're so fucking stupid. I hate you. I actually hate you.
These motherfuckers are bricked up. Okay? I want that to be very clear. So, of course this fool's breaking backs.
I mean, if you got it like that, you got
it. Shut up. I can't help it. I grew it myself.
right.
Chia.
You're so fucking stupid.
Yeah, so to end off, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love you showed the last episode, and thank you for guys for texting me and letting me know, and texting Tyler and letting him know that you guys love the episode. As of right now, we're not sure when Maria is coming back. Hopefully soon. Not I don't want to say that to like make Tyler feel bad, but so hopefully we will get Maria soon. But in the meantime, Tyler and possibly someone else might be filling in. So if you guys like the episode, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that like and subscribe button, because if you guys pay me, you guys go to bed at night knowing that you gave me money. And I love that for me. And of course, obviously, that's all you'll get, but but you'll get my appreciation. And I just want you to know, I spent so long editing these videos, editing like the thumbnails, and get everything like prepared, and it really is a full-time like side job to get this ready to go and view. And I hope you guys are appreciating it, because I appreciate you guys for showing it love. So if you guys like it, remember to follow all of us. I will be linking Tyler's handles and everything. That way you guys can go and follow him if you're feeling generous. And
I'm gonna give you my Venmo to put that shit on.
Cash App.
Right.
But thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.